Make some noise, Orlando, and across the globe. We're live here at the top 32 bracket, and we are about to see our first head-to-head battle. The first one would have been Dio Ishihara, but he got a bye run. He's our #1 qualifier. He automatically advances on into the top 16. Our first true head-to-head battle, Dan Burkett, Rad Dan versus Nate Hamilton. Anybody stand out in your mind real quick in practice or qualifying or anything?
Well, I'm really interested to see whether or not Ken Gushi's going to make it back. We understand he had some vehicle issues.
Dan Burkett, Nate Hamilton. Dan Burkett initiating into that first outside zone. Burkett, great amount of angle. And Nate Hamilton, little text. Into, not as deep as angle, but he does gain that proximity. Look at that, nice dropping into formation. Burkett, a little bit of correction around that second front clipping point into the second rear clipping zone. Just for going just inside that yellow line. A great execution by both these guys. Some moments of greatness and then a little bit of corrections here and there.
We'll switch it up now. Nate Hamilton will go to the lead and Dan Burkett will chase him down.
So little text, Nate Hamilton with that V8 turbocharged engine under the hood of his S13. And Dan Burkett, Rad Dan as he's known, he rocks the mullet and it's business up front, party in the rear, as he's going to be in the rear right now. So metaphorically and literally, he's living up to the mullet life. Nate Hamilton initiates Dan Burkett, a late initiation, and the chase driver can leave. Look at Nate sticking it to the wall, dropping into the power alley, into the killer crossover. Nice job by Nate Hamilton. Dan Burkett, that could end up being the nail in the coffin for him. Again, the chase car can leave the start line before the lead car in order to compensate for potential initiation, horsepower difference, or just strategy. Dan Burkett, Nate Hamilton, and there it is. It's unanimous. Little text, Nate Hamilton advances on to the top 16. Ryan, our next pair here, James Dean and Taylor Holt. Dean Carney qualifying 8th compared to Taylor Holt qualifying 25th. And in the drivers' meeting yesterday talking about qualifying, he says just needs more seat time. He's going to be in Georgia. That's basically his hometown. He's born in Texas, but he calls Georgia where he is from. So he's looking forward to doing it for his hometown and his family and friends in Atlanta. But of course, he wants to throw down against Carnage. That is Dean Carney, that Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper, and Taylor Hull in the Affirm Consulting Asphalt Energy S14. Here we go. Dean Carney on Achilles radials initiating into that first rear clip on Taylor Hull. Big correction there. Dean Carney keeps the pace, keeps it high on the bank. Taylor Hull works it up with the Nexen tires underneath this car, and another correction there by Hull. So right now, all signs are saying the needle is going in Dean Carney's direction as they round out the course.
And you can see Taylor actually going off course here. I'm not sure if he doesn't know that he doesn't have a competition timeout. He needs to get back to the line, otherwise he will be out of competition. And we'll probably see Dean leave the line here to complete the second run, but Taylor, obviously, at this point is going to be out of competition.
Dean Carney, the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper on Achilles radial. He's got the Gas Monkey Energy lid underneath the hood of that, the most cylinders on track. Let's call it what it is, SRT10 Dodge Viper. Dean Carney is going to advance on into the top 16. It's a good opportunity to really check the parameters of the vehicle. As long as he keeps it sideways and finishes out the course, he gets the advancement and the victory. And there you have it. We're advancing on through to Chelsea DeNofa and Jonathan Castro. Your assessment of Chelsea DeNofa, Ryan?
It's very exciting in that vehicle because it's a top-notch vehicle built by one of the best fabricators in the series, and I think he's right there to knocking it out of the park, and really excited to see how he does here today. Had a great qualifying run yesterday, really did some amazing things with the vehicle through inside clip 1 to the transition and the power alley that really excited the drivers. He's just a smidgen off, but he's really looking amazing.
All right, so again, here we go. Chelsea DeNofa, Castro. DeNofa initiates. Castro's right there in tow. So you can see a little bit of wavering there from DeNofa, but that's you know, that means he's pushing the limits as Castro right there tucked in. And you can see there's the three-wheel motion, that signature move from those Ford Mustangs from that RCR camp, and bring on home right in the creases. DeNofa, as the crowd here at OSW gets hyped. But now he's part of another championship winning team, and that's Papadakis Racing. But Castro out front, Metal Jordu, Toyota 86, and look at that. We're talking about a Castro down into the power alley. Chelsea DeNofa dropping it on the inside, just showing some prowess door to door, staying in it, banging. And here we go. So Castro shutting her down. So it looks like we do have the verdict here. Castro and Denofa, and slide him left for Castro, right for Denofa. And it looks like Jonathan Castro gets the victory. And Lontaine, if you would elaborate a bit on the outcome here and your assessment.
Yeah, all three of us independently deemed Chelsea at fault.
All right, there it is. You see one lone car there. He was to go against Matt Kaufman, but Matt Kaufman in practice got into a bit of a tussle and unfortunately unable to fix his vehicle and unable to compete. So that means an automatic bye run here for Peter Vincic. And as opposed to a bye run, this is a bye run, but not due to qualifying. This is due to the other competitor taking himself out of competition. So the Polish driver rounding up the two-car Warthouse Drift Team, Peter Vincic, advances on into the top 16, and some people are saying keep an eye out because you got to think the talent pool there, Ryan. Peter and James Dean, they're knowledge sharing, they're both champions in their countries, and you know, they're running duplicate cars.
Yeah, and if they both win their next battles, they'll be facing each other in the Grade 8, so that's interesting as well.
Right now, Kristaps Bluish and Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones coming all the way from Los Angeles. Doc X on hand-cooked tires. Edelbrock Supercharged LS under the hood. Here we go in this Mass Motorsports Power HGK Motul BMW of Kristaps Bluish and Jeff Jones right there in the fold. Into the power alley, really getting under the first hash mark, closest to the front clip on the first one, just about the second one, and the dominance right now of Kristaps over Jeff Jones. So Jeff Jones, Kristaps Bluish, he will be given chase to start. Chicane not coming into play. No cones were hit. The cones only come into effect for the lead driver. So you see just a quick modulation there and go on through, and that chicane to allow them to just pair right up on initiation. Jeff Jones initiates. Nice job by Jones out front. See a quick waiver. Comes off the bank a little bit early by comparison to Kristaps, but well executed in the power alley. Now transition that second front clip. Jones. And Jones. That is unfortunately going to be all she wrote for Jones as Kristaps rounds out the course. And there it is. Let's make it official. Kristaps Bluish gets the win and advances on to the top 16. Matt Field, Juha Rintanen. These guys have seen battle against each other one time before, and Matt Field got the victory. Ready to throw down. And here we go. Juha Rintanen out front. Matt Field giving chase. Juha initiating. You can see Matt Field just lunging forward. And Ryan, you talked about that. Look at that, Matt Field nosing in. He's not exceeding the front portion of the car. He does have some killer proximity. You can see the car bouncing around in the killer crossover. Juha Rintanen, both of them having some corrections. Matt Field compromising some angle, but gaining some proximity, lunging forward, showing a little bit of like growl and prowess right there. That's great car control. I think that shows Matt Field has kind of, we were talking about it, tempered the flame. You know, that's what he's doing. That's what's taken him to back-to-back podiums at the end of last year. Now Matt Field's out front. What's he going to look like? He's going to throw down, and here it is. The beast from the Bay showing his claws out front, dropping into the flat section. Killer crossover. Now into that second front clip. You can see the horsepower difference. It's very apparent now with Matt Field out front. Juha Rintanen in tow. Matt Field, minimal corrections out front, puts the car in the right places. I mean, all signs are saying Field. And there it is. Matt Field advances on to the top 16. Already in the top 16 is Dio Shihara, James Dean, Michael Essa, Frederick Osbo, and Ryan Turk. Those 5 drivers are already in the top 16. We have chosen not to have them do their single bye runs. They're available to run, so they go on to the top 16. In top 16, they will have to do their bye runs in order to show that their vehicles are active. So here we go. Alex Hilbrun, Cameron Moore. Clean start. Hilbrun initiates. Nitto tires. Go blazing. Nice job by Alex Hilbrun. Cameron Moore gaining some ground. Coming down into the power alley. And smashing back. Cameron Moore, a straight line approach to that second front clip. Hilbrun keeping great angle. Great side grip and throwing it forward as Cameron Moore crosses the finish line. We've had some wacky battles here with moisture, with smoke, with fire, and always tends to be a great one. Clean start, here we go. Cameron Moore, Alex Hilbrun out front, a little feint entry. Alex Hilbrun, straight line approach. In tow, Cameron Moore, strong out front. Hilbrun, closer distance. as Hilbrun dives in. Look at that. Ooh, dancing with that line there. Hilbrun, it was an interesting line he took. He was way off of that front clip beyond that third hash mark. Really not setting himself up for success. You saw him go in that inside yellow line. Cameron Moore, Alex Hilbrun. Slide land, there it is. It's one more time, it's unanimous. Odi Bakshi's, Alec Honadel, you saw them run, but it was a restart. The official said, you know what, get some fresh rubbers underneath the vehicle, get on out there, and then they're gonna, just roll on into it. Odi Bakshi's does have one strike against him. So if he does make the mistake 2 more times, he would lose to Alec Honadel. Clean start, here we go. Odi Bakshi's out front, Alec Honadel quickly getting behind, tip to tail of Odi Bakshi's. Alec in that Urban Air S14. Both these guys, V8 S chassis. Similar setups, one supercharged, one NA, and look at this. Here we go. Odi right into the crease, Alec Honadel. All right, let's get fired up. Alec Honadel throws it out, the Galaxy graphics go, oh, and Odi Bakshi's goes into the wall and a hard hit. Oh, man. As Alec Honadel rounds out the rest of the course, he will advance on. Urban Air, fixyourfuel.com, and Juku Racing Hoonigan, Nexen Tires, and Odi Bakshi's. The vehicle taking a hard hit. This bank seems different than wall. You know, it doesn't seem as strong a degree, but some of these vehicles are really taking a beating, but we'll get to that as Alec Honadel from Destin, Florida advances on. Alec Honadel gets the victory. Alex Hilbrun and Cameron Moore, Inca Madness Racing. You see the IMR from Lima, Peru, going against Cameron Moore from Battleground, Washington. That's the Pacific Northwest. The Butcher is out for blood and going against the Inca Madness, the Peruvian Warrior. Here we go, Alex Hilbrun on Nitto Tires, a clean start. Out of the gates they go. Hilbrun initiates. Cameron Moore, he's had some experience now against Alex Hilbrun, taking some notes. His spotter, his dad is in his ear. Cameron Moore, a late transition there, but does set him up for success. As Alex Hilbrun, a wide swing there, allowing Cameron Moore to gain some proximity. Look at Moore, the Butcher on the door. You saw Alex Hilbrun going off the course. Cameron Moore, he's going to get the victory. If you would explain, we saw this yesterday in Pro 2.
Well, we just heard from the competition director and from his spotter that Alex Hilbrun has debeated a tire, and the tires do need to make 2 laps in Formula Drift, and unfortunately he is going to be out of competition because of that. So Cameron Moore is going to get the win here. Cameron Moore
Kind of got a lucky break here, and that's why I assume Alex Hilbrun went offline. He was dancing with the crease there and exceeding it, but Cameron Moore looks like he's going to be advancing on to the top 16. The Butcher in the nameless performance. Toyota GT86 333 is about to see the top 16.
Well, Jared, we're definitely seeing some of these battles start to have an impact on what the championship might look like.
Chris Forsberg, Pat Gooden about to throw down. Forsberg qualifying 14th, Pat Gooden qualifying 19th as we're about to see these guys throw down. Forsberg will have the lead run. Pat Gooden, Spray 9, Pennzoil on Hankook tires as well. Forsberg, NOS Energy Drink, 370Z on Hankook tires. Operated by Nameless Performance. Huddy Racing on the S13 of Pat Gooden. Whoa, Pat Gooden throwing it in. Did he bite off more than he could chew? You see, Chris Forsberg, Pat Gooden knows who he's going against. Again, these guys, they're probably going to share some beers later. But right now, mano a mano, Forsberg bringing it in, and Pat Gooden, you see him just getting aggressive in that rear.
Well, we saw some damage on the right rear of Chris Forsberg's car and also on the left of Pat Gooden's car. Pat subsequently said, yes, I did make contact with Chris, and so the judges are taking a look at the replays that we have from all angles, and it looks like that they're going to assess that Pat has fault there, which means that Forsberg would be able to fix his car without utilizing a competition timeout, and then Pat would have to make a choice of whether or not he feels he needs to fix his car. But it will only have an impact in terms of the competition timeout. The run itself is still to be judged as is.
Right. All right, so Ken Gushie Kyle Mohan. For you Rotary fans out there. So both these guys having some engine issues, but now they're ready to run, ready to do battle. Gucci throws it in. Mohan backing off, but Gucci riding high on the bank. Here comes Mohan down in that flat portion of the track. Gucci continues through the course. Mohan quite a bit of distance back, wound up, always. Gotta love the rotaries. All right, here comes the MX-5 of Mohan out front. Gucci, what's going on here? Gucci. And Gucci is not drifting. That is a late initiation, and we are not seeing a restart flag as Gucci, something happened there. A late start, and Mohan putting down a solid lead run. Ryan, this could go one more time. That's exactly what Mohan needed, and there you have it. Kyle Mohan gets the victory. It's a mano-a-mano, look at that. They are 50-50, 4 wins on either side of the fence. Here we go, send it. This should be one for the books. This is bragging rights, this is the battle of the Brostangs. Justin Pollock initiating, high on the bank is Justin Pollock. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in tow. Lifting that front right tire, transitioning through the power, exploding that front clip. Justin Pollock with a much more fluid transition by comparison to qualifying. In the crease is JTP, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Door to door. So 2 halves left, make a hole. Top 16, that is. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Justin Pollock. Who's gonna throw down the stink? Vaughn Gittin Jr. high on the bank. Justin Pollock a tiny bit lower, but nice job in the chase position, tucking into smoke. Justin Pollock makes a move and has contact. Justin Pollock with an aggressive chase move on that killer crossover. This is really going to dictate who's at fault, and as the verdict comes in, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Justin Pollock, and there it is. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory in his Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance RTR Motorsports team vehicle gets the victory. Here we go, Pat Good, Chris Forsberg. There was contact on the first portion of this battle with Chris Forsberg leading. So they headed for the pits. Looks like they changed out some wheels on Chris Forsberg's vehicle. Pat Gooden, he went immediately to the pits, so don't know exactly what happened there. Pat Gooden out front, Chris Forsberg in chase. Pat Gooden, Spray 9, Pento, Huddy Racing, Hankook Tires. Chris Forsberg, NOS Engineering 370Z on Hankook Tires. Great job by Pat Gooden out front. Chris Forsberg tucking into that smoke signal, some distance, some separation here. Pat Gooden takes out that front clip. Now into the crease goes Pat Gooden, Chris Forsberg, playing it systematically, keeping it cool, keeping it calm, and it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for Pat Gooden. Again, a local Floridian, the king of spring break. Passionate Pat is knocked out, and Chris Forsberg gets the win. Chris Forsberg gets the win in the NOS Energy Drink 370Z on Hankook Tires. We are going into our first battle of the top 16. Daijiro Yoshihara and Nate Hamilton. So here we go. Again, Dai Yoshihara, Nate Hamilton. It's a clean start. Our first battle, top 16 here at Orlando Speed World. Dai Yoshihara throws it in. The turn 14 distribution BRZ. Nate Hamilton gaining some ground on Dai, and Nate Hamilton pushing hard. Almost too hard. Straightens out, coming to the flat bottom. Transitioning into the power alley, into that second front clip. As Dai maintains great angle all the way through the course in the crease. And there it is. So, turn 14 distribution, BRZ. Nate Hamilton, a little slide, corrects it out. Clean start. Here we go. Send it. Nate Hamilton transitions. Little feint entry. Thrown into the wall. Great angle there. Dai Yoshihara right on the back wheel of Hamilton. Is it going to pay off for him? A little bit of separation there. Tex with some big angle there past that front clip. Nice job zeroing in on the prize. Is this enough? As Hamilton in the crease. Nice job, Dai. They cross the finish line. And there it is. Dai Yoshihara gets the victory and advances on to the Grade 8. Round of applause for both these gentlemen. Dean Carnage Carney going against Peter Vincek. Round 16. And here we go. Next one on CBS Sports. Dean Carnage Carney initiating. Peter Vincek on the door. Woo! Are you kidding me? Look at this. Peter quickly getting to the door of that Dodge Viper. Exploding that front clip is Dean. Past the second, Peter Vincent. Showing some muscle here. Oh, and Dean spins. Maybe a little bit of nervousness there from Dean, pushing too hard. Wow. So Dean Kearney at fault. He spins independently. Peter hits him. So Peter will be allowed to take a look at his car, and he's doing just that. James Dean qualified 4th overall, one of those coveted 5 spots of this round that received a bye run. So James Dean has not seen competition yet. Castro had to make his way through Chelsea to Nofa, which made for an exciting battle there, and James Dean will be out front. James Dean will lead, Castro will give chase. Castro qualifying 20th, and as I said, James Dean qualified 4th. Clean start, no cones hit. James Dean initiates, Castro. Look at that, mirror image of each other coming around the bank from Dean and Castro. Into the flat section. So James Dean navigating that bank pretty properly without any problem, and bringing it on home across the finish line. Man, we are only into the 3rd battle of top 16 and not even done with a total of 3. Right, you can see it, like I said, red, white, and blue all over the track. Got a lot of white because that being the smoke that these guys are pouring out of their vehicles, necks and tires underneath that of Castro and James Dean with the Falcons. Quickly, these guys get door to door. Castro high on the bank, look at that, riding the green wall, the big green monster for quite some time. James Dean performs surgery on that crossover. Castro getting out to that crease, cannot shake Dean. Make some noise, Orlando. Who do you guys think gets the win? Is it Jonathan Castro? Or do you think it's James Dean? Look at that, a one more time from Ryan. And Brian, they're going one more time. Here we go, look at these 2 BMWs. Michael Essa, he is your 2013 champion. Christos Blush from Latvia. He got 2nd place here last year. He wants some redemption. He's gonna have to go through Michael Essa. Essa qualified 5th. So Essa has not seen competition here this weekend. Blush made his way through Jeff Jones. Essa initiates quickly on the wall. More angle at it towards the latter portion of the bank. You cannot see Christos. Oh, Blush affected by the Achilles radial smoke. To cut through that, you are purely going off of muscle memory. So, Christos Blush will lead. Essa now in the chase position. Which way are the judges kind of thinking right now? Let's compare. Christos on the wall, Essa as well. Some distance between them. Couple cars, widths. Now through the power alley. Christos, look at that, just dominant. I mean, on the throttle, consistent, big angle from Luch. Riding that yellow line and mashes it all the way through. Wow. All right, going to the judges, Christos and Essa, and it's unanimous. Michael Essa gets the victory. James Dean will lead, Castro will give chase. And here we go, send him. On their one more time battle, are we gonna have a winner? Dean throwing it in, Castro right there once again. Like a broken record or a perfect chase run. Castro allowing the distance, regaining in the formation. Castro with what I've seen to be the best run of his career. Jonathan Castro with the weight of DR on his shoulders. Are you kidding me? So here we go. Who's gonna advance on? It's a clean start. We're gonna have a winner. Or they're gonna go one more time. Here we go, Castro drops in on the bank. James Dean right there. Castro a lot higher on the bank. Now into the power alley on that first front clip. James Dean transitions. He's right there as well. And Jonathan Castro into the crease. James Dean, this is what I'm talking about. He has the proximity. I truly don't think he has the angle that Castro did. Unbelievable showing. Did Castro just take our current Formula Drift points leader out? Here we go, going to the judges. Ryan says, Jonathan Castro. Brian and Andy say, one more time. Andy says, Jonathan Castro gets the win, taking out our current Formula Drift points leader. Right now we're on the other side of the bracket. Frederick Osbo qualified second, going against Matt Field, who qualified 18th. And here we go, Frederick Osbo in that brand new Rockstar energy drink. Toyota Racing Corolla IM. Osbo up on the bang, Matt Field right there. That hatchback getting nice and tight to the wall. Matt Field shredding some bumper. A correction there from Field in the chase position. Osbo continues through the course. And here we go through the course, and Field does not look like himself. All right, so we are inspecting what's going on with Frederick Osbo. It looks like, again, as I said, unfortunately for the 777, Matt Field, he DB'd the tire on his first run. You saw him shed the bumper, and then the back left came DB'd. So this is his bye run. Frederick Osbo will advance on the Rockstar energy drink. Next entire Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla IM. And yeah, I mean, we go to bank tracks, you know, Irwindale, Seattle. Seattle's very fluid. Irwindale, pretty fluid. But Wall, it's the most violent bank to flat track. But this track, I don't know if it's the angle, the speed, or what that is causing, you know, a lot of just abuse on the cars. We are revisiting Dean Carnage Kearney. This is the second half. Remember, this is the second half. Dean Carnage Kearney and Peter Vincic. So with this, we are more than halfway through our top 16. Here we go. Peter, feint entry. Dean lights up the Achilles radials. Oh, and Peter tapping the wall, but stays in it. Are you kidding me? Peter Vincic. I gotta say, that was not what he should have done. Peter going hard. Now, in this situation, this scenario, Dean Carney could be getting his advantage back. This could be going to a one more time. Peter now in the lead run. He just needed to throw down a run, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. And one more time, and there it is. I mean, it was, man, as we advance on through the 16. Alec Honadell, Cameron Moore, Battleground Washington takes the lead. No cones are hit. Here we go. Cameron Moore, Alec Honadell drops there. Oh, and Alec corrects. A correction there, straightening out. Cameron Moore comes down into that first front clip. A transition. Oh, and in the smoke. In the smoke. Alec Honadell, Cameron Moore. And here we go, Alec Honadell out front. And Cameron Moore in tow, but quite a few car lengths back. Alec on into the power alley. Transitions into that second front flip, Cameron Moore. Having a hard time hanging with Honadell. And it looks like it's all Alec Honadell. Let's go to the judges, Honadell and Moore. And there it is. Alec Honadell advances on from Destin, Florida, holding it down for Flo Rida. Let's call him. All right, two bros off track. Now it is a brawl. It's a bro-all. Knock down, drag them out. Both these vehicles operated by Nameless Performance, both of them on NOS Energy Drink Black Magic. It is a lose-win situation, so this team, you see that. 12 battles between both of them. Forsberg, the better winning percentage. Overall, 69.3% winning. That's not just these battles, that's overall. The most podium finishes of any Formula Drift driver, Chris Forsberg. And he's gonna have to go through Ryan Turk, who qualified strongly. As Ryan Turk qualified third, Chris Forsberg qualified 14th. But that's all out the window. Here we go. Ryan Turk initiating high on the bank. Chris Forsberg compromising some angle to gain that proximity. Wheel to wheel, dropping in on the power alley, transitioning through, over the hip and through the cliff. And Turk pulling away, Forsberg. A big correction there, Turk dialing into the crease and pulls it on through. So, James Dean is out, Alex Hilbrun's out, Ryan Turk could take a points lead here if he gets through. is Drift Alliance Pro of Chris Forsberg. Chris Forsberg down to the power alley, slamming down, transitioning through. These guys make a lot of videos. They're making one right now together. Here we go. Forsberg out front. Big angle from Forsberg. Is that enough to offset a strong lead run of Ryan Turk? Going to the judges, slide him left for Forsberg and right for Ryan Turk. Ryan Turk gets the victory. So as you can see, Dean Carnage Carney on the start line. It was to be a one more time, but Peter Vincek and Peter from Poland, he had basically damage from Dean on that first battle. He was allotted 10 minutes to fix his car. He then used the other 5 minutes of his competition timeout. He has no more time allotted to him because we were to run right now. Peter hit the wall under his own basically merit or lack thereof, and unfortunately cannot fix his vehicle. Dean Carney ready to run. That means Poland's own in the Wardhouse Drift team, Peter Vincek, will be unfortunately have to surrender. Here we go. So Dean Carnage Carney, this is basically a victory lap here for him as Dean Carney will advance on in his Oracle Lighting Achilles Radial Dodge Viper operated by Bridges Racing. Bridges Racing Dodge Viper, you can see that. Dean Carney, nice job by him. Here we go, our final battle, the top 16. This is the fourth top 16. Who's gonna go further? Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, Monster Energy, Nitto Tire. Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. Vaughn initiates. Kyle Mohan back there quite a bit. Vaughn Gittin Jr. blending into that green wall with the bright green wheels. And Kyle Mohan, a correction, coming into the power alley. Hop, skipping a jump. As Vaughn brings it closer to the crease. And unfortunately, Mohan spins before the finish line. That will most definitely be an incomplete run. Here we go, Kyle Mohan initiates. And here comes Vaughn Gittin Jr. applying some pressure here on the bank as Kyle Mohan brings it on into the power alley. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Oh, Kyle Mohan gets up on the bank, now brings it on into the crease, and here comes Vaughn Gittin Jr. All right, so let's take a look. You have to assume they're gonna slide right for Vaughn Gittin Jr., and they do. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory. Our grade 8 is established. Next up, our first battle on grade 8. Our first battle of the grade 8. Dai Yoshihara and Dean Carnage Carney. Our first battle of the grade 8. 4 battles between them. Dai winning 3 of the 4. Competing at FD for some time. Dai crawling off the line, and away they go. Clean start. Dai flicks it in. He made his way through Nate Hamilton and Dean Carnage Carney right there. The Oracle Lighting Viper is on. Can smell the scent of Dai Yoshihara. Quick correction, wrapping it around. That second front flip, big angle from Dai Yoshihara and through the finish line. All right, here we go. Dean will now lead. Yoshihara will give chase. So we are in the NOS Energy Drink, grade 8. If you didn't pick up a NOS Energy Drink can, see if after the event you can pick up some NOS Energy Drink. Here we go. Kearney out front. Yoshihara in chase. Initiating into the bank. Dean high on the bank. Nice job dragging. Look at that, shredding the wing. Obliterating the wing. Dai Yoshihara tapping that front clip. Pushing aggressively, having to back off. Dean settled in the crease. Dai Yoshihara gaining some ground. He's on the right-hand side, about to high-five Dean. Slide him left for Dean, right for Dai. Ryan says Dai Yoshihara, and there it is. Daichiro Yoshihara gets the victory. Michael Essa will lead. Castro give chase. The crowd eagerly awaits a large contingency of DR fans here in the building. Here we go. Essa out front. Castro in chase. Throwing it in, and there it is. Essa, a solid lead run. Castro applies the pressure, has to back off a little bit. Now slamming down into the power alley. Distance between them. Castro, a little bit over, or quite a bit overshooting, I should say, as reeling him back in. So Jonathan Castro will now lead. Michael Essa will give chase. And we are sending cars. Will Castro advance? He has to get through Essa. Essa going to take out Jonathan Castro. And here we go. Transitioning back. Nice job. Here we go. Wow. Michael Essa right there. Castro into that first front clip. Essa bringing it on in. Castro finding the crease. Get into the groove. Just a bit outside. Castro had a phenomenal run on top 16. Is it enough to take out Essa, or did Essa take out Castro? Slide him right for Essa, left for Castro, and there it is. Michael Essa gets the victory and advances on to the Final Four. Right now, Osbo and Honadell. That's surprising. Alec Honadell and no bumper? No, what? Ryan Sage, he always keeps his bumpers on. I don't know what Alec Honadell does to attach his bumpers. All joking aside, his 2F performance super dupes, but those things always tend to fall off. But right now he's going against Frederick Osbo, 2015 champion, and Lorette had some words with Alec talking about some of the gremlins wreaking havoc on him. And here we go. Here we go. Frederick Osbo initiates Rockstar Energy Drink. Next, oh, Alec Honadell, look at that. Woo! Next entire smoke all over the track. Alec with that correction. That's a fall back. And Osbo blending into that yellow line. All right, so Osbo. The start line about the same time. Here goes Honadell. Getting into the Walls business. He knows who he's going against. Leaves the wall a little bit early. Now comes down into that first front clip. Here goes Osbo. Really jamming on the one here as Honadell. Great angle from Honadell. Osbo gaining some ground. Just kind of changing of the tide here throughout this run. Honadell, Osbo. Honadell shredding some BN Sports kits, and there it is as Frederick Osbo advances on. Osbo advances on to the Final Four. So Vaughn Gittin Jr. will chase down Ryan Turk. Point implications always at stake. Here we go. Ryan Turk out front. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in chase. 2JZ versus the Ford V8. Ryan Turk, see him riding the brakes, dragging the wall down into that first front clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. transitioning in. Bit of a gap here between them. Ryan Turk getting out there, dancing with the ridge. Vaughn Gittin Jr. applying the pressure towards the latter portion of the track. So now Vaughn Gittin Jr. will lead. Ryan Turk will give chase. Again, great friends off the track. I mean, Ryan Turk, he already went against Forsberg, now he's going against Vaughn. These guys are veterans of the sport. Vaughn Gittin Jr. since day one. Ryan Turk since, let's call it what it is, day two. Vaughn out front, it's a clean start. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Vaughn initiates, Ryan Turk matching the angle. Vaughn, nice job up on the bank. Ryan Turk now coming down into the power alley, mashing the throttle. Transitioning through is Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ryan Turk lunging forward to the door of the Ford Mustang. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. Make some noise, Orlando. All right, well, here we go. Slide him left for Vaughn Gittin Jr., right for Ryan Turk, who's advancing on. Points at stake. Ryan says one more time. Brian and Eddie, it's going one more time. it comes down to this. Who's going to advance on and go against the 2015 champion? Will it be 2010 champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. or potential points leader Ryan Turk? Here we go. Ryan Turk initiates into the big green monster here at OSW. Big angle from Turk. Vaughn Gittin Jr. great proximity. Not mimicking exactly the angle, but now coming to that power alley. Nice shot, Vaughn Gittin Jr. striking hard. The bucking bronco that is that Ford Mustang up on the door of Ryan Turk across the finish line. Woo-wee! Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. leaves the start. Ryan Turk a little bit of a jump, and that is allowed. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. flicks it in. You see him light up those initiate tires. Blip, rip, and grip. Ready to rock. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Quite a bit of distance between Gittin and Turk. Now coming down into the power alley. Big slam down from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ryan Turk falling back, and that looks like Ryan Turk is pulling into the pits as Vaughn Gittin Jr. And we are seeing parts fall off of Ryan Turk's vehicle. And let's make it official. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory. He advances on into the Final Four. We are here, the Final Four. 2011 Formula Drift champion against 2013 champion Michael Essa. That is Dai Yoshihara, turn 14 distribution, Falcon tires. And there he is waiting. The Essa bunny, as I call him, wearing the all-white suit. Got the pink on his car. And that's for his daughter, as Michael Essa will be giving chase. Essa Autosports Achilles Radial BMW. Redline oil. Here we go, suspension techniques on the corners. And here comes Dai Yoshihara, Michael Essa. Who's going to the finals? Dai Yoshihara initiates. Michael Essa right there. Coming down off the transition. And oh, look at Michael Essa. Great craft work there. And look at that, Dai Yoshihara right into the fold. These guys were flying through the track. Here we go, Essa, Dai Yoshihara. So again, if he loses, he's guaranteed third place, but Dai Yoshihara is trying to take out Essa. Can Essa take out Dai? He's getting in his way literally and figuratively. High on the bank is Essa, now bringing it on down. First hash mark for that front clip, and there is the smoke screen. The smoke screen that Essa created through the course has been an obstacle for previous drivers. Doesn't play as big a role for Dai Yoshihara, but it seemed like he was just in front of it. All right, well, here we go, fans. The other side of the Final Four bracket, but first, who is going to move on? Remember, if Dai Yoshihara loses to Michael Essa, Essa advances, Yoshihara gets third place. And there it is, Michael Essa gets the victory. He's going to the finals. And now, Frederick Osbo, the most recent in 2015, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. in 2010. Both of them debuting new cars this year. Who's gonna basically be the superior debut vehicle? Ryan, you're talking about Frederick Osbo's initiation. How's that going to play a role? Vaughn Gittin Jr., he's got a snap. He's got the signature three-wheel motion, that very loose front end. It seemed to be working for him. We got a clean start. Who's going to get Essa in the finals? Osbo flicks it in. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gaining ground. Osbo tearing it up into the wall. Let's see how they do. Down into that flat portion of the track. Here comes Osbo into that front clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. wraps it around. Osbo really ripping through the course as Vaughn Gittin Jr. brings it around the Ford Mustang out front. Corolla IM in tow. There we go. We got a clean start. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, snaps it in. Frederick Osbo right there. Vaughn up on the wall. Frederick Osbo riding shotgun with Vaughn Gittin Jr. into that first front clip, transitioning through. Frederick Osbo keeps the composure around that second front clip, into the crease, makes some noise! And we are bringing it on home, Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Frederick Osbo, champions of the sport, showing you why they are champions. Make some noise, Orlando! All right, here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. to the left, Osbo to the right. Who's battling Michael Essa? Frederick Osbo gets the win. That means Dai Yoshihara gets third, And Osbo and Essa go for the finals. Von Gint Jr. grabs fourth, just a bit outside. Frederick Osbo, Michael Essa. Now Osbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink. Nexen Tire, Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla IM, a brand new car for him, switching from the TC to now the BMW Send It Orlando. Here we go. Frederick Osbo throws it in aggressively, works his way up the wall. Essa not mirroring the exact angle. He's gaining some ground. The Achilles radial vehicle. Look at that now. He lunges forward, getting a bit over that yellow line. But Osbo keeps it up front. A great lead run there from Frederick Osbo. Well, here we go, Orlando Speed World. As we said, you could gain some ground. Frederick Osbo came 5th in points into this round. Round 2 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship Orlando. Let's send it. Presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. We're about to send it here for the finals. Are we gonna have a winner? Dio Shihara waiting in the wings. He's on the podium, as are these gentlemen. But in what order? The BMW of Michael Essa or the Toyota Corolla of Frederick Osbo? Are these the finals? Is this the final run? Or are they going one more time? Send it, Orlando! Here we go! Essa out front. Osbo in chase. Essa, nice shot thrown in, tapping the wall, tapping the brakes. Osbo does the same. Essa coming down, slamming down, keeps the composure. Osbo gains the proximity and loses it as quickly as possible. Essa into the crease. In the pocket goes Osbo. Is that a definitive run? Third place here, round 2. The Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Slide or Daijiro Yoshihara in the turn 14 distribution, Falcon Tire Subaru BRZ. And now your winner here at Orlando Speed World. Again, round 2 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Your winner, Formula Drift champion in 2015 is the Rockstar Energy Drink Nexen Tires Toyota Corolla IM of Frederick Osbo. The Norwegian Hammer gets the victory here in Orlando. And with that, that means second place here in Orlando in the Achilles Radial Essa Autosports BMW is 2013 Formula Drift champion Michael Essa. Second place here at Orlando. Michael Essa, second place here in Orlando in the Essa Autosports Achilles Radial BMW. Again, Osbo, Essa, Yoshihara, your 1, 2, and 3.